In September last year, Ford decided to stop producing cars in India and shut down some manufacturing operations. Ford recently sold one of its factories in India for $91.5 million, which was an absolute discount, considering that the plant cost nearly $1 billion to build. Looking back at Ford's story in India, from investing in India with great ambitions more than 20 years ago, to a loss of more than $2 billion, only in exchange for a 1.42% market share of passenger vehicles and production is stopped, which is quite embarrassing. There is such a data from the Federation of Indian Automobile Dealers Associations, and it seemed that not only Ford, but also Renault, Honda, and Nissan are all fellow sufferers in the Indian car market. After many years of development, the market share of passenger cars is still very low. But the above are all well-known companies in the global auto market. Why do they fail frequently when they go to the Indian market? Hi, everyone. Welcome to Auto Age. Now you are on the journey to look back at every change in the car, witness every surge in speed, and explore the mystery behind the car. Before we started today's video, please subscribe to the channel and turn on the notification bell. Okay, let's get started. Everything has to start from the special national conditions of India. In 1993, India began to relax the supervision of the automobile industry, conditionally opening the country to the international automobile industry giants, trying to exchange the market for technology. Because India has a large population, but the car penetration rate is extremely low, for car companies, this is a business with great growth prospects. Therefore, from 1994 to 1999, large factories including Toyota, Honda, GM, Ford and others rushed to India one after another, with huge amounts of money to invest and build factories in India. Car companies' expectations for the growth of the Indian market are mainly due to the demand for car purchases by a large number of car-free households as their income increases. However, India's economy has not developed as fast as everyone expected. According to the World Bank, India's per capita national income was only $2,170 last year, and it is recognized by the World Bank as a low and middle-income economy. According to the research report released by Azim Premji University in Bengaluru, at the end of October 2020, there were about 529 million Indians with an average daily income of less than 375 rupees. In short, most people are still poor and still have no money to buy a car. Therefore, for Indians, two-wheeled transportation is a more affordable option. On the one hand is the weak economic situation, on the other hand is the still high spending on car purchases. In addition to rising car prices and fuel prices, there are also high taxes and fees. In India, you can hardly buy imported cars, because in order to protect domestic companies, India has blocked imported cars with extremely high import tariffs. The Indian market currently has a tax rate of 60% for cars under $40,000 and 100% for cars over $40,000. Therefore, most of the international automobile manufacturers choose to build factories in India and start production locally, in order to reduce the production cost of vehicles and the selling price of vehicles in India. But basically locally manufactured cars also face significant taxes. India levies a federal goods and services tax of up to 28% on motor vehicles. Additional taxes are also levied based on car type, length, and engine size. Therefore, buying a car in India is no small matter. It is a very important thing to hold the traditional Indian religious ceremony puja when picking up the car. Wait, since there are always people who can buy a car, it means that there is a market. Why are the international auto industry giants so miserable? Well, because most people who can afford it are not rich, but more of the middle class. According to reports, India's middle class is defined as those with a daily income of $10 to $20, or about $24,000 to $48,000 a year. Look at this data and you will understand that the Indian middle class still pays close attention to practicality and price when it comes to big-ticket consumption. This has led to the popularity of tiny, compact cars with low utility and tax returns. In the Indian passenger car market, for a long time, the best-selling car was Maruti Suzuki's Suzuki Alto, which sold for more than 800,000 rupees. As for how well Maruti Suzuki is selling in the Indian passenger car market, just look at this set of data. In addition, there is another reason why small cars are liked by Indians, that is, the infrastructure in India is not developed, and many roads are relatively narrow. In short, the cheap, low fuel consumption, and easy parking of small cars are what most Indians like. Therefore, in the face of such a situation, those international giants is very painful. First, they have to spend a lot of money to familiarize themselves with the Indian market. Second, even if the money is spent, they cannot escape the high taxes and fees in India. In the end, there is a feeling of free work for India. In fact, since 2017, GM, Ford, Fiat, Nissan's Datsun, Harley-Davidson and other brands have withdrawn from the Indian market. In addition, it is not only the existing giants who are considering withdrawing from the Indian market, but the new giants are also reluctant to enter. Originally, Tesla has been eager to try the Indian market, but due to the high taxes and fees in India, the two sides have been struggling. Tesla hopes that India will reduce tariffs on imported electric vehicles, and sell imported vehicles first to see market demand. And how did India do next? They first proposed in February this year, "You first buy $500 million of Indian-made parts from us, and let's talk about import taxes." In April of this year, the Indian authorities expressed a warm welcome to Tesla, to the effect, "Tesla is welcome, but Tesla's made-in-China products are not allowed to enter India, they must be made in India. Come to India, India is huge market, where Tesla can manufacture in India and export to other countries. In short, if you want to do business, you can, but you must come to India." The result was countered by Musk: Tesla can go to India to build a factory, but first India has to prove that Tesla can sell in India. In my opinion, India's series of actions are very confusing. First, they use the market to lure the foreign capital to invest. At the same time, they do not negotiate with foreign capital to help them develop. They only think about their own interests and exploit the giants. In the short term, of course, India has made a profit, but in the long run, whether it is good or bad for India is really hard to say. Now, Tesla is reluctant to enter India easily, and other car companies have either withdrawn or announced that they will not expand production. I think in the future, there will be more companies probably reconsider when they enter India. At the same time, the withdrawal of the giants is also taking away employment opportunities in India. Looking back on history and based on reality, I can only sigh, Indians have always played a stable role. Okay, that's all for today. Please put your comments below, and share your insightful ideas with other people. Do you want to learn about more auto stories? Please keep following our channel and like our videos. Thank you so much for your continuous support. Your precious time with us is highly appreciated. See you.